Hi, my name is Margaret and welcome to my artsy corner of the internet. Yep, that's what I say. Today, I'm giving you the bare bones, quick version of Giselle, the ballet. I have a longer, much more like podcasty vibe talking about Giselle coming out soon, which is like the meat and potatoes, But wait, maybe that's not the meat and potatoes. Maybe this is the meat and potatoes and the other one is like the 4-course meal. Anyway, this one, quick, all you need to know, the basics. So put 5 minutes on that clock. Actually, please don't. Premiering on June 28th, 1841, Giselle, also sometimes called Les Willies, is the oldest ballet that we still perform today. Although the one that you're going to see today is not typically going to be the exact same as the original. You'll usually see a version done by Marius Petipa a couple years later. But now, again, into the weeds. Giselle is part of the Romantic era, which is, think of like the long fluffy tutus, not the flat ones yet, the long fluffy ones. Giselle was also one of the first ballets to be performed fully on point, which was a new thing in the Romantic era, which also made ballerinas more popular than male dancers, and that was a switch that is part of the Romantic era as well. Okay, get ready. I'm going to throw a bunch of names at you. Giselle was written by and conceptualized by Théophile Gautier with the help of Lenoy St. George, because Théophile couldn't really get the job done. The choreography was done by Jules Perrault, which, fun fact, he's the old guy that you see in all of Degas' ballet paintings, fun fact, and Jean Coralie. The music was done by Adolphe Adams, and it is known for the use of the leitmotif. The leitmotif is essentially bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-da-dum bum bum. I can sing those notes and you know exactly who I'm talking about, what world we're in, and what's about to happen. Same thing in Giselle. There are musical melodies that are associated with a character, an emotion, or a scene, and whenever those come back up in the music, it lets you know what character we're talking about, what emotion we're feeling, all of the things. Giselle, the role, was created for the ballerina Carlotta Grisi, who was a rising star at the Paris Opera at the time. And, a couple of the people who were involved with making it might have had a wee little crush on her. So, great. That was a lot of names. You still with me? Great. Okay, let's get into the actual plot of the ballet. So the plot opens in this idyllic German village, and we meet Giselle. She is kind, she is sweet, a little naive, but she loves to dance and has a weak heart, so she can't always dance when she wants to, but she's just that girl that you can't help but love. And the village loves her, including 2 different men. Yes, this is a love triangle story. The first is Hilarion, who is a peasant villager and the gamekeeper in the town. The second is Lois, who is also a peasant. Totally. Just a normal peasant. Whose name also happens to be Duke Albrecht. Sometimes Count Albrecht, sometimes his name is Albert, kind of depends. But yeah, he's not a peasant at all. But he does love Giselle, and she loves him back. Cute dancing between the couple, cute dancing between the villagers, and then a hunting horn from a noble party of noble people. Yeah, Albrecht yeets himself out of there so fast because he doesn't want to get discovered. But while he's gone, Giselle meets Bethild, a noble lady in the hunting party. Now, Bethild automatically just kind of likes Giselle, and they just kind of become besties. Bethild gives her a necklace. Giselle finds a couple to come dance for her. It's a whole scene, and by the end, Bethild's like, "Hey, you got a boy?" And Giselle's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of engaged to this guy. He's kind of cute. His name is Lois. He's not here, but I promise he's real." And Bethild's like, "That's amazing. I'm also betrothed to be married." Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen there. Anyway, Hilarion starts to kind of get this vibe about Albrecht, Lois, right? And so he sneaks into his cottage because he's like, something is off here. And while he's gone, Giselle is crowned queen of the Harvest Festival. Don't worry, this comes out of the blue for everybody. Why is she I don't know, but it's a thing, okay? It's an excuse for more cute dancing. But then Hilarion decides to just kill the mood, right? Because he comes back and he's like, hey, guess what? Lois isn't actually Lois. Okay, now we knew that the whole time, but the peasants didn't, so this is scandal. Hilarion found evidence in the cottage. He found his nobleman's cape, his nobleman's sword, and his horn. Because nobles are... Okay, all things that peasants don't have, but a nobleman would. And Giselle is confused, but before anybody can do anything, Hilarion blows the horn so that the noble hunting party comes back. So the noble hunting party comes back, and Bethild is like, "Oh, hi, honey. Hi, my betrothed to Lois Albrecht." Okay. Giselle and Bathilde are engaged to the same person. And Giselle, who's already naive and canonically does not have a great constitution, she literally is heartbroken. The next scene is deemed the mad scene in Giselle, and it literally has Giselle going mad. She starts reliving the first act of the ballet, going through all the happy memories, and it ends in her dying. Sometimes by falling on a sword, sometimes by a broken heart, but it's a downer compared to the rest of the ballet so far. And then the curtains close, because that's the end of Act 1. You're just left with this image of like Albrecht weeping over Giselle's body. And Act 2 starts, and we are no longer in this cute little idyllic village. Instead, we are in the forest, and you see these ghostly ballerinas running across the stage with veils of white, and these are the Willies. They are led by their queen, Myrta, Queen of the Willies, and they are all girls who died of broken hearts before their wedding days. They now spend every night from midnight till dawn dancing in the woods, and any men that stumble upon them, they make him dance until they die. And Giselle is about to be inducted into their ranks. Also in the forest, Hilarion, our favorite boy, and Albrecht. Hilarion, pretty quickly, the Willies get him, and he's danced until he throws himself into the lake and dies. Yeah, Hilarion really gets the short end of the stick a lot, but he also causes immense pain. So flashback to Albrecht, he is mourning at Giselle's grave, which is in the forest. The Willies are now coming for him because they've sensed a man in the forest. Luckily for Albrecht, though, despite kind of causing Giselle's demise, she still loves him, and she pleads on his behalf to save his life. Giselle has him stand on her grave, which is protected by a cross, so the Willies' magic can't get him, and she begins to dance in the stead of Albrecht. But Albrecht feels the need to join the dance as a form of atonement, and once he's swept back up into the magic of the Willies, he dances until he almost dies. But with the help of Giselle dancing with him and taking his place and pleading on his behalf, just as he's about to collapse in exhaustion, he hears the bells in the distance. The morning bells. At that time, dawn has come and the Willies start to fade away. And as the rest of the Willies fade, so does Giselle. As she's spared the life of the man that she loves, she no longer meets the requirements to be a Willie. So she can fully pass on and now rest peacefully. And there's also this feeling that Albrecht has been forgiven by Giselle for all of the wrong things that he did at the beginning of the ballet, and so he too can continue living. And it's kind of beautiful, and it's kind of sad, and it's not just a story about love and death, it's about forgiveness and redemption. When it premiered in 1841, Giselle was an instant success, and it's not hard to see why it still captivates audiences till this day. That is Giselle in 5-ish, 10-ish, 15-ish, as short as I can make it, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon.